You know about the food pyramid, but do you know about Bridget Lancaster's picnic food pyramid? We have at the apex cold fried chicken. Right underneath that, it's potato salad and baked beans. You have assorted cakes, of course, cornbread, biscuits, a few salads under that, and then boom, right at the bottom, pasta salad. Everybody brings them to the picnics, and everybody goes home with the leftovers because no one's eating them. But Keith's here, and he has told me he's going to change my mind about pasta salads.
Yeah, could I bring that pasta salad up in your pyramid if the salad had tender pasta, fresh, flavorful ingredients, and a potent dressing that kind of brought everything together rather than sitting at the bottom of the bowl?
Sure, but can you also get me a unicorn?
I'll work on the unicorn.
Okay.
Let's focus on the pasta salad today. So we're gonna actually start with the pasta, which makes sense. And we're gonna start with a pound of fusilli pasta. This corkscrew shape is perfect for pasta salad because it traps everything. It's like pasta Velcro. So all those dressings and all those flavorful ingredients get caught in these little nooks and crannies for this pasta. So I have 4 quarts of water here. We'll just add our pasta. And we want to add 1 tablespoon of salt because bland pasta in a pasta salad is, well, bland.
Yes.
We want to go 3 minutes past al dente, so when the pasta cools down, it's still going to be tender.
Okay.
And it will depend on what brand of pasta you're using. So we'll come back and taste this towards the end of cooking to make sure that we get it just right.
Good idea.
So while pasta's cooked, we're going to focus on our dressing. Now, most dressings are kind of bland. They fall to the bottom. A lot of people use the bottled Italian dressing. We're not going to do that. We're actually going to build the dressing and make sure that we have something really flavorful to start with.
Great.
So here I have a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, and I also have 3 cloves of minced garlic, 3 anchovy fillets, and a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Rather than just whisking these into cold olive oil and adding some vinegar like most people would make a vinaigrette, we're actually going to warm this up in the microwave. We're going to bloom those flavors into an infused oil. I'm just going to put a plate on this to make sure it's covered and doesn't splatter all over the microwave if we get it too hot. Okay. So we're just going to go in the microwave for 30 to 60 seconds until it's bubbling and fragrant.
All right.
Wow, that smells quite strong.
Oh, it's bubbling.
Yeah, all those aromatics have infused into the oil, and that will be the base for our dressing. Another problem with pasta salad dressings is that they're usually too thin. So if you have a flavorful dressing and it's at the bottom of the bowl, it's not doing any good.
No.
So we wanted to create a dressing that had some body to it. So we went through some different variations, and what we found is that we wanted to take some of the ingredients that you normally put in pasta salad and actually grind them up and make a dressing from those ingredients. One ingredient that we found a lot was pepperoncini. These things are great. They're tart, they're spicy. So we're gonna take a 1/2 cup of these, we're gonna take the stems off, we'll take the seeds out, and then we're gonna actually process them in the food processor as the base of our dressing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take these stems off first. And then we'll reach in here and we can kind of pinch that core out. There's not a lot of seeds here, but you can get the majority of them out, that's great. But if you leave some in, that's okay too. It's not gonna ruin anything. We're gonna process it up nice and fine. Okay, in addition to our pepperoncini, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of capers. Again, potent ingredient, briny flavor. It's gonna be really great in our pasta salad. Okay, I'm just gonna pulse this 10 times until the pepperoncini and the capers are broken down and finely chopped. Okay, that looks great. You can see that they're nice and finely chopped.
I can smell it from over here.
Yep.
Pickle.
So we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of the pepperoncini liquid that they come in. It's vinegar and a little bit of salt and also pepperoncini flavor. So rather than using our wine vinegar or balsamic vinegar, we're just gonna use this instead.
Very good.
2 tablespoons. And then we have our warm infused oil that we'll put in here. So we have our infused oil and our pepperoncini liquid in there. I'm just gonna process for 20 seconds until everything is incorporated. Okay. You can see it looks almost like a pesto that we have going on here.
Yeah, it sure does. Really yummy pesto.
Yeah, so it's super concentrated, super flavorful, and it's actually gonna work into those nooks and crannies on the fusilli and make sure that we have a nice, flavorful dressing that doesn't fall to the bottom of the bowl.
That's great. You got everything in teeny tiny pieces, so it'll hook on to the Velcro pasta.
Okay, so the pasta's been cooking. I'm just gonna give it a test here. That's great. So it's past al dente, it's soft, it's tender, which is gonna be perfect when we cool it. So can I ask you to drain and rinse the pasta?
You sure can.
That's nice and cooled down, and we want to make sure that we shake that really well. We're going to use a nice big bowl today to make sure that we can toss all these ingredients in here evenly.
Great.
I'm just going to add our thick dressing to this pasta. You can see there's nothing in the bottom of the bowl right now, so it's clung into that pasta, and you're going to get that flavorful dressing in every bite. So now we have our pasta. Let's look at our mix-ins. And we weren't really interested in doing more cooking for this. We didn't want to go out to the grill to grill vegetables or roast vegetables. So we went to our pantry to find a bunch of nice flavorful ingredients. So first up is a half cup of sun-dried tomatoes that have been thinly sliced. A nice bright flavor that these will add, and a little bit of chew.
Yep, they're acidic, they're sweet, and they're chewy. Nice.
Next up, I have a half cup of Kalamata olives that we've cut into quarters. Again, big flavor, high impact ingredients, briny, salty flavors. I also have 2 cups of baby arugula. We were missing kind of a salady element to this, and that's where this arugula came in.
Okay.
So 2 cups of baby arugula. And I also have 8 ounces of fresh mozzarella cheese. Right now, all we have is that 1/4 cup of olive oil. We were looking for a little bit more richness. And we're gonna have a bunch of bold ingredients in there, and the fresh mozzarella gave us a nice, fresh, creamy flavor without really dominating like a pecorino would or a Parmesan.
Right.
So now I have to do a little bit more knife work here. We have 8 ounces of dried salami here. And we like a small salami like this. We like the texture of it. We like the flavor of it rather than going to the deli and buying those slices. The deli slices will work, but you want to make sure that you're getting a fairly thick slice so you have a nice substantial dice in here.
And the dried salami just has so much more flavor than the deli salami.
It does, much more flavor. So, we're looking for a Genoa salami or a soppressata, which do have more flavor than those deli slices. We want a 3/8-inch dice here, and that might sound a little finicky, but it was the perfect kind of size for our salad. Too small and it kind of fell to the bottom.
Sure.
Too big and then you're kind of chewing on a big piece of salami. Nobody wants that. Okay, let's transfer, use our bench scraper to transfer this over easily.
You are not skimping on the additions either.
No, this is hearty in flavor and texture. So I have more pepperoncini. We have that in our dressing, but we wanted a little bit more. This time we're gonna add it in slices rather than processing it. So same drill here. I'm just gonna take the top off, take the core out. So I'm starting with a half cup here, and I'm gonna just slice these into thin rings. Okay, one last ingredient, and that's basil. You can't have pasta salad without basil.
That's a lot of basil.
It is. We're looking for a cup of chopped basil here. So again, this is like the arugula. It's gonna add flavor, but it's also gonna add freshness and color. I'm just gonna chop this up.
Basil bruises very easily, especially as it sits after you chop it. So good idea to cut it at the last minute.
Yes, same thing with the arugula too. You can make this pasta salad in advance, up to 2 or 3 days, but with the greens, the arugula and the basil, you want to add them at the last minute.
Oh, that smells so good.
Okay, I'm just gonna toss this really well.
That is beautiful.
Okay, one last thing I'm gonna do before we eat, I'm just gonna taste this.
He's thinking about it.
I'm thinking about
it's
it.
good.
I'm gonna add a little bit more salt and a healthy dose of pepper here. Okay,
Oh,
it looks great,
I gotta admit,
tastes great.
this is looking good.
It's climbing up your pyramid.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, so I'm just gonna transfer this into a prettier bowl. I just want you to notice that there's no dressing in the bottom of this bowl.
No, there is not.
All on the pasta.
Clinging to the Velcro fusilli, right?
Yeah. Okay, a serving for you. Make sure I get a little bit of everything in here.
Is this gonna climb onto the pyramid?
It will.
Has tons of flavor in that. The anchovy, capers, pepperoncini.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You can see the toppings and the pasta, they're all mixed together. Everything didn't make a big dive for the bottom of the bowl.
And the pasta is firm, but tender.
And I love the little bits of mozzarella in there too. They had such a beautiful creamy texture. Of all the pasta salads, this has definitely reached the apex.
Yeah, this is a pasta salad I'm proud to bring to a picnic.
You should be proud. For a pasta salad you'll be proud to take to a picnic, cook fusilli until very tender, then microwave oil, anchovies, and garlic until sizzling. Process with pepperoncini and capers, then toss with the pasta. Finish with salami, olives, cheese, and herbs, and of course, serve. From our test kitchen to your kitchen, a surefire, flavor-packed Italian pasta salad. You can get this recipe and all the recipes from this season, along with our tastings, testings, and select episodes on our website. americastestkitchen.com. It's gone. Shoveling it in, Keith.
Thanks for watching America's Test Kitchen. What'd you think?
Well, leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or you can just say hello.
You can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
I'll see you later.